So today we're going to be talking about the top tier ammo and how to get the top tier ammo for very, very cheap. I'm not playing. The prices that you're going to see in this video are going to blow your mind. And guess what? You guys know that I hate math, but I love you guys so much. I did all the math, so you don't have to. All you'll have to do is start running this ammo and wrecking kids. So let's talk about it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Exfil and Hideout. My name is Ghost. If you guys have never been here before, I'm super excited you guys are here. Today, we're going to be talking about top tier ammo and how to run it for extremely cheap, like super cheap. Once you guys see how cheap this is, you're gonna be like, why wasn't I doing this the whole time? But the problem is it takes a lot of moving things around and trying to figure out how to get things cheaper, even at the lowest level, so that you can build up to get the ammo for cheaper. Anyways, we'll explain all that. Sounds way more complicated than it actually is, but just so you guys know, I stream every single day except for Sunday on Twitch. I would love for you guys to come hang out by the stream. We've been having an amazing time, and I know it's going to be better with you there. So come hang out. It's early in the morning, 4 a.m. PST to around 5 a.m. PST, so grab some coffee, and I'll see you there. Also, if you guys find this video to be valuable, smash that like button because it does go a long way for the channel. And if you guys want to see more Tarkov content, we have 80 plus videos to hopefully bring you some value and help alleviate that knowledge barrier that Tarkov gives new players. And we have a lot of content for even intermediate players or the Giga Chad who's been playing from the very beginning. So I hope you guys stop by the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, and you guys can always hit the bell if you want to be notified when videos go live. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the very first thing I want to talk about in this video is how we are going to set up this video, because it's very important to understand how the video is going to be set up so that the prices are as accurate as possible. At the time of this video, we are using Tarkov Market. If you guys haven't used Tarkov Market, in my opinion, it's one of the most accurate things you could do if you're going to be setting up anything on YouTube revolved around the pricing of things, because this is how it works. The Tarkov flea market has ups and it has downs just like any other market. What happens though is there are some videos where if you take the lowest point and you're saying, oh yeah, you can get blue gunpowder for 8,000 rubles, so this is way cheaper than what you think. The problem is it's not actually 8,000 rubles. It just so happens that somebody sold it for 8,000 rubles and you purchased it, but then you go to the next one and it's 14, and then it goes up to 16, and it goes back to the average. Sometimes people buy up, let's say they bought 15 blue gunpowders in a row. Now you're buying blue gunpowder for 30,000. So if you put a video out saying like, well, blue gunpowder is 30,000 a piece, so this doesn't make sense because it would be way too expensive. That wouldn't make sense either, because now you're taking the highs. So what you want to do is you want to come to Tarkov Market, you want to put in whatever you're looking for, which is what I use to make this video, and then you take the 7-day average. This is how it's been in 24-hour period, but 7-day average, in my opinion, is going to be the most accurate because you're going to have the highs and lows, obviously, all together giving you the average. So this is what we used, just so everybody knows, and we're going to be talking about today 995. We're going to be talking about M61, 7.62 by 39 BP, and 7N31, because I think that these are some of the best rounds in the game, and they're very, very expensive most of the time. So just like I did the armor barter video, if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out, because you guys can run some of the best armors in the game for way cheaper than you think. You don't have to have millions and millions of rubles to run a slick or a hex or any of these other ones like the double ACPC. The same thing goes for ammo, and being one of those people that's always preaching you guys need to run good ammo. Ammo's the most important thing. You guys stop putting bad ammo in your guns and making your gun look sick and skimping on the ammo. I say that all the time, so I feel like I owe you guys this video. I feel like I need to come out with something that is showing people that you can actually get the good ammo for way cheaper. So before I babble on, we're gonna get right into the video. So now we're in the hideout looking through the workbench, and we're gonna be looking at some of the foundational crafts that you're gonna need. The 2 red gunpowder for the matchbox, the green gunpowder and blue gunpowder is gonna be one of our foundations. Then we are going to use we're going to be using green gunpowder crafted with 2 M67 grenades and a smoke grenade. We are going to be using the OFZ shell craft, which is this TNT, the smoke grenade, the green gunpowder, and the red gunpowder. And I know it looks like it takes way more than you think, but let me wait until we get to the numbers. The other craft we're going to be using is, you know what? Is that the only other craft we're going to be using? It might be. I think it might be. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So the first round we're going to go over is 995, which is one of the best rounds you could run in your AK or M4. And that is, let's see if we can even find it. I think I skipped it. And that's going to be 300 rounds of 995. Cool. I'm going to put it right here so you guys can still see the screen. We've got 995 right here. An amazing round. Feels good to use for the most part, unless you're shooting scavs in the arm, then yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Flesh is a little low. And what we're going to be using is 2 OFZ shells. We're going to be using 1 green gunpowder, and we're going to be using 1 thermite. Thermite is a little bit new in the game, but if you know where to find it, you can find a lot of it, especially labs. There's been labs run where we have come out with 4 thermite. So that's an option, or you can purchase it. Real quick, everything that I'm going to reference is based off of that market for a 7-day average. Thermite is 85,000 rubles. Unless you find it, then you have it. The OFZ shells, you craft 2 of the OFZ shells at 153,829 rubles. And then a green gunpowder is going to be craftable at 25,587 rubles. So that is what it's going to take to get this. So the OFZ shells, we're going to be coming down here and we're going to be looking at that craft real quick. We're going to be getting this, right? That's what is going to equal the 153,000. But the OFC shells by themselves are already, let's just look real quick. Quick look at the flea market. Almost 200K by themselves. So we're crafting 2 of them for 40,000 cheaper than purchasing 1 of them. Do you guys see why this craft is worth it? So we're gonna craft them and we're gonna use them for the 995. The green gunpowder, we're gonna go over here and get a smoke grenade, and we're gonna get 2 M67s. You're gonna get the M67s from Peacekeeper, which makes them very, very cheap. And you're gonna get the smoke grenades for under 6,000 rubles, which is also very, very cheap. This is kind of like why all of these builds, when you start crafting ammo, is so cheap, is the green gunpowder, because we use the green gunpowder to make the red gunpowder for super cheap. So you're gonna get the 995. Let's go back to it real quick. We have the 995 round, and we're gonna be able to get 300 rounds of 995 for 264,416 rubles. That is the barter. And it sounds like a lot, but let me tell you how much it is to purchase 995, 300 rounds on a 7-day average. It's 692,100 rubles. It's almost 3 times the price to buy 995. And the average for this week has been 2,307 rubles, 2,307 rubles for 995. That is a difference. 692,000 if you just buy it, or 264,000 for the exact same amount of ammo if you decide to craft it. And I know people in here are like, I don't have time to craft, I'm just gonna buy it. If you have the money and you don't have time to craft it, by all means, just purchase the ammo. This guide is for people who want to get the best ammo for cheaper, and the cost is, unfortunately, it's gonna take longer. So if you wanna craft it overnight, and if you play in the morning, or craft it in the morning and you play at night, I mean, there's ways to definitely go about it, and you're saving a ton of money. So the next one we're gonna go over is M61. M61 is kind of tricky. You're actually going to craft the green gunpowder, okay? You're gonna craft enough of green gunpowder so that you can come up here and craft the red gunpowder. You're gonna need 6 of these, so it's gonna be 3 of these crafts. After you craft the red gunpowder, then you're gonna come up to M61, and you are going to use the 6 red gunpowder, and then you're gonna be using the 2 helixes, which are usually pretty cheap. Let me see if I have them on here. We could just look at them. I have the total price, but I guess I don't have the helixes on here. The helixes are about 14K. 12 to 14K is usually what they are. It's a little bit high right now. So we're gonna be able to get 300 rounds of M61, which is probably, arguably, the best round in the game right now. You probably get killed by a ton, and you use M80 or M62 because you can't afford M61. Not anymore. So if we were to buy at 2135, so 2,135 rubles is the average for M61 this week. 300 rounds of that comes to 640,500 rubles. We're up past 600,000 all over again. To craft it, with the craft I just explained to you, it is 217,000 649 rubles. We are almost a third of the price again for M61. It's extremely affordable for one of the best rounds, if not the best round in the game. Next, we're going to be talking about 7.62 by 39 BP, which is for the AK-103. If you guys didn't see the AK-103 guide we just dropped one, and I do the budget version and the meta version, so you guys, both parties get to use whatever AK they want. Really, really fun to use, and I've been using it a ton and having a good time. BP has been very, very nice to me lately. Sometimes it's not, but it's been very nice. This one is going to be 2 green gunpowder, which we crafted, right? I showed you the green gunpowder craft. And then we're going to buy blue gunpowder, which is averaging, let's see, blue gunpowder is averaging 18,000 rubles this week. So with this craft, if we were to get BP, which is averaging right now at 1,089 rubles, so it's a lot cheaper than the other rounds we've been talking about, which makes it one of the best rounds to use as well, because you're getting a really good round for a really good price already. We're actually gonna get it for an even better price. So you're gonna be able to craft 260 rounds of it, and that's gonna end up being 283,140 rubles if you were to purchase it. And in your head, you're thinking like, well, the craft for the other one was 264 and 217. 283 actually isn't that much, but if you are to craft this, if you were to craft a BP, it is only 69,674 rubles. 70,000 rubles to craft almost 300 rounds of BP. And usually you'd be spending 283,000. So we're looking at what, 4 times the amount, almost 5 times the amount. I'm really bad at math off the top of my head, so I could be off when I'm saying that, but it's a lot more. So that's for 7.62 by 39 BP. The last round we're going to talk about, which is crazy that it is one of the most expensive rounds, and it's a 9mm round, and that is 7N31, which you guys get sprayed with in your vectors and your MPXs and all that good stuff. 7N31 is going to be right here. And this craft looks very beefy. It looks like, yeah, that just by looking at it, you're like, yeah, that craft's not worth it. 3 green gunpowder, 4 blue gunpowder, 1 thermite, and 4 packs of nails. So with this total, 7N31 is averaging 2,280 rubles, which is almost as much as 995 and more than M61. It's more expensive than M61. You're getting 300 rounds, and if you were to just buy them outright, it would be 684,000 rubles, almost 700,000 rubles. That's crazy. If you craft them, right? So we did the green gunpowder craft. We're buying the blue gunpowder. We're finding or purchasing the thermite, and we're finding or purchasing the pack of nails. We are looking at 345,761 rubles, which is essentially half the price if you craft it. It's extremely worth it. And especially if you want to run 9mm, I love running the MPX. We've been running the MP5 lately and having a ton of fun. You can run the best round. You don't have to run AP63 anymore. And this is what I'm going to say as well. I guarantee that you guys right now are spending more money on AP63 than you are if you were to craft 7N31. Obviously not as much if you were to buy it outright, but I guarantee if you look at the numbers of AP63 that you've been buying, you're spending more for a worse round. So definitely, guys, utilize these. That's pretty much all there is. I went over and I just basically did the math for everything in the averages, and I put them all together, and I was honestly shocked. I knew it was going to be cheaper, and I've talked about it being cheaper, like with chat, but I didn't know how much cheaper, which makes me never want to just buy from the flea market again. Even if I'm in a rush, I try to remember like just craft. And crafting is like, it's pretty passive. Like you start it and it just goes and you collect it. So a lot of times it's like you're just building ammo as you're raiding, as you're doing stuff. So once you get in the habit of it, I promise it's a lot easier than you think. Anyways, that wraps up the video, guys. I wanted to go over all the ammo. So we covered 995, M61, BP for the AK, and 7N31. I hope this video brought you guys some value. And I hope you guys are able to use all of these ammos and get plenty of head eyes with them. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching another video. I hope this video brought you guys some value. If it does, make sure you smash that like button. It goes a long way for the channel. If you guys want to see more Tarkov content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you can always hit the bell if you want to be notified when videos go live. If you guys haven't stopped by the stream, we've been having an absolute blast, and I know that you would have fun with us. I just know it. No, but really, if you guys want to stop by in the morning, grab some caffeine, I really do think that you'll have a great time. I stream every single day but Sunday. I hope you guys are very blessed. I hope you have an amazing day or night, depending on where you're at in the world. I hope that these ammos really help lighten the load on your wallet and make it so that you're running better ammo. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. There he is.